Hi. Today I want to talk about yarn or thread, what I'm using at least. I want to firstly say that um, this color changing yarn I have left from the vintage lot, which is everything I have not used up, and I quite frankly don't know what to do with it, and it's kind of getting tangled up, and I frankly don't quite care to fix it at the moment because I don't know what I'm going to do with it or if I'm going to even use it. Um so yeah, there's that. As of or lately I have for a while used this one, which is the gray I finished my Stitch character on, which I still am not making any money of. I'm just gifting something I personally handmade to a friend, and again, I don't own the picture I used as a reference, or should I say pattern. I just found it and I wish I knew the original artist so I could credit them, but sadly I don't because I found the picture online during a very late night search of uh, pixel art. So yeah, I have for the last 2 weeks or so been using this particular yarn cake. You can see on the inside where it's been worked on and such, because when I made it, it's this uh, very fine silky smooth edge, and when you start working in you get to see, yeah, kind of like this crisscross. The one I'm using as of now, the more beige one, or yeah, gray beige, I don't know, it's okay, still the same as with the gray one where the yarn kind of splits a lot. Not my favorite thing. uh I'm not going to buy more of that yarn. I frankly do not like it. It works. It's not that it could be your favorite yarn for all that matters, but for me personally, I don't like it. Um, I have a yarn cake, which is this one in the color Ekru. Ekru, I don't know how you wanna say it in English. Um, this is DMC 40 Ekru, um, and it's actually 10 of these small yarn balls made into one big yarn cake, and some knots here and there, which I have to deal with when time comes. Um, this yarn in particular, I am not going to buy more of unless I know what I'm going to do with it. Uh, the yarn I am, however, going to buy more of when I run out some time in the future is this kind from Bronlyk. Um, I sadly don't have the um, etiquette, the paper something for it as of now, um, because I was so stupid and threw it out. But I know it's from Bronlyk because yeah, because I actually know I ordered at least three from Bronlyk, maybe four, I don't know, something like that. Um, this is a lovely chocolatey brown, kind of matches my red beard. It could also be called dark chocolate. Uh, this is the first time I have actually ever gotten a brown color myself when I have bought yarn, and I like it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get more. Depends on what I feel like. Um, the Brunlik one, I have two blue. I think there's two purple from the same brand. I'm not quite sure of the purple one. I think at least they're in the same style, and I also have this lovely grayish beige. It's like different shades of gray, which you can kind of see. This one is kind of more like green on the color. I'm on the camera. I'm not sure why, because it's not really green. It's more gray. Could be the lighting, could be me just do not see the difference, but yeah, like it I really love the colors. This is the other beige one, which I now have like 3 and trying to use up at least one of those. I don't plan on ever getting again. This one is from the brand Chain. I know that because of the sticker that at least used to be in the cone. I have the cone somewhere. It's a plastic cone, and yeah, I'm not quite sure how or where it's been bought. I just bought it secondhand from a Norwegian online store called finn.no. Lots of lovely things there, and also not so lovely things. I don't know. As I mentioned earlier, the DMC 40, lovely yarn, but the specific yarn is more tatting thread. It works with crochet, I've used it for years, but like I think that will be my very last batch of DMC 40 for a good while, because it's not really giving me the results I crave when crocheting. Like if you see here, you can kind of see like in the P here that there's too much spacing in between, and these have used the same hook, supposed to be ish like the same size of thread, and there's too much spacing in between the stitches. So yeah, I am not going to tell you, the viewer, what to get of thread. I'm not going to tell you what's good or not, because your personal opinion might be something completely different from mine. I'm just very picky, and that works for me. If you are wondering about what I'm making, I'm making a little thingy with words which says "Katter får ikke plass, de tar plass," which literally translates to "Cats don't get space, they take it." And if you have cats, you know exactly how true this is. I am actually going to gift this one in particular to my dear friend Dakota's mom, because she really loves cats, and she's also said that these are some of the wisest words she's ever heard, which is true, because we often wonder how cats can get into spaces and not feel smothered. Sorry. Um, yeah, I also want to give an update on my health. As of now, it's Wednesday, so day 3 of antibiotics for the abscess I had in the tooth cavity. It was not fun. Uh, there's still some gunk coming out, but like there's so little now and almost nothing, and it's healing quite a lot better. I don't have as much icing in my tooth and so on. Uh, yeah. Uh, as you probably saw with the brown yarn cake, I have already started using it. And what I'm going to make is a sloth. Again, I don't know who the original artist is. I want to credit them with all my heart, but like late night searches on Google and remembering or even thinking of finding the original artist when downloading pictures to your phone, not so easy. Uh, yeah. Uh, I also have something planned for the DMC 40 yarn. I think I might make something for Dakota's aunt with it, just to know what to do with the yarn. I love the stitch definition of the DMC 40. It's not that, but since it's actually, at least for today's standards, a tatting thread, which means it's slightly rounder and easier to make things like picot and such. Yeah, it's it's okay. Not my favorite, but that's also because I have been using other kinds of yarns for a while. Huh. When I'm done with this, I could potentially make a border of the with the brain fart uh, with the vintage yarn from Dharma, which I have used and don't know what to do with it. I could make the base of a cat with it. I don't know. Most likely I will make a border with it. I don't plan on ever getting it again. It was fun while it lasted. But like when I know exactly how much yarn I need for one specific project, like the geckos I made, and they gave me quite a scare when it was not the same amount in every ball of yarn, or ball skein, I don't know what you want to call it. It's like uh, here we just call it a ball. I could have bought more, but like, what would I do with the rest? And yeah, like, no, no. I do think some of what I made with it perhaps could have been made without them, the colors. Some of the colors I really like the two last ones, although the one of them gave me quite a scare, I really did enjoy using. Um, so yeah, and if you wonder why I'm doing things as I'm doing, like instead of working the next row of the letter, I'm working a row of single crochets back. I can tell you, it's actually because it'll make it easier for me to make the double crochets when there's like the a clear stitch all the way. Um, yeah, like I could do as I do now on the way back uh, with the double crochets in the open spaces, but like I don't think it'll look as good. And yes, I know this takes a lot of extra time, but like this is how I want to do it. I'm also not quite sure if I'm going to even use the DMC40 for the uh, project for Dakota's aunt. I'm not sure. I just gotta move a little. And I'm suddenly very down low, but like it works. Um, I'm still using my phone and not a proper uh, recording or web camera. I will get it in time. I just don't know when I'll be in Oslo the next time so I can get it and also deliver Dakota's gift. Uh, so yeah, um, I also see that I'll barely have even started using up this color when I'm finished because there's so much of it and I don't use quite a lot when working each row on this one at least. Um, Perhaps I will use it on something else, something small. I have a few small projects lined up for use, and perhaps I will just use it to be done with it. But like the bigger project for the Dakota's aunt, it's going to take quite a lot more yarn, I think. I'm not sure. I think. Uh, so yeah, and now this has started to become quite a long video. Um, it may not be something you want to watch all the way through, and I understand that you can take breaks. I don't mind if you don't want to finish it, or if you even start on it. This is just for me and sharing my thoughts. I can, however, um, show you a game for Game Boy, which I am using somewhat before bed as of now, which is the Tetris for the original Game Boy. I use it on my modded GBA, Game Boy Advance, and it works for me. It's one of my favorite games. It's either that or Pokemon Ruby. So yeah, um, but back to the yarn. I think as of now, Bronnlykke uh, is my favorite yarn so far. Um, I will make a new video when I have either gotten further on this one or when I have uh, begun working more on the sloth. I am going to show you the sloth I'm using as a pattern, the picture, one day, uh, because it'll be up on my tablet, because I use my tablet as like a pattern reading thingy sometimes, or a lot of times depending on what pattern and such. If you want to see the rest of the pattern for this I'm making now, um, it's quite easy. It's 11 times 5, like 11 in height and 5 squares wide. Sorry. The font is actually just borrowed from Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I grew up with those games, so yeah. And now I am going to watch some videos or find something else of a series to watch because lucky me, I saw the last episode of House of Dragons Season 2 earlier tonight. I don't know what to watch now. YouTube probably has something. There is a lot of series on other streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus. I have slightly started on the X-Men cartoon from like 1992, which is 5 years before I was even born, but like X-Men. I don't know, might find something to stream. And also, when you as a viewer are making crochet things or knitting, I don't know, you could be doing both. I could do both, I just prefer crochet. Don't fret about it not being straight. It's handmade, it's not supposed to be perfect. The fact that you poured your sweat and tears into it, and time, obviously, is more than enough. It's like, as you can see here, this one is not straight. It's not straight at all. But like, it works. It's handmade. It's not supposed to be perfect. I have also been thinking of making me some pair of socks, but like, I need the right kind of yarn and obviously a bigger hook, because like, can you see? You can barely see now that there's a hook because the camera refuses to focus on it. Like there ish. Yeah, you can kind of see the hook, kind of don't. It's like 7, no, it's 0.75 millimeters, so it's not big. And yeah, I hope you are having a great time. I hope you are safe and healthy, or as healthy as can be. Healthy is individual. So yeah, and I hope you're looking forward to do some work on your crocheting. I know I do every day. And I'm also, to be honest, quite done with listening to things being fixed in the apartment over and outside, because yeah, it's kind of annoying. There's been a few weeks now and my head is going numb. I'm struggling to actually be on digital meetings because of it. I was actually thinking of going to another place in town just to be at the digital meeting I was supposed to be at earlier. But I just like, yeah, I have headphones, I can put them on and do my best of cancelling out hammering and sawing and whatnot. And yeah, such is life. Like, back to the yarns, uh, I don't know what works for you. Uh, Wool does not work for me because I'm allergic. I prefer cotton, always have, but I can work with alpaca and merino wool. Not allergic to merino because it does not contain the lanolin. Um, so yeah, um, I need some new socks because I do have something called raggsocker on me, which is this kind of sock. They're slightly too big, but like I got them for free and they keep me warm enough. Uh, the reason I need new ones or something else is actually because I'm allergic to them. Um, being too big, not really that big of a problem, but like being allergic to them, more of a problem. I do love them, uh, despite them being too big. Um, but yeah, like, such is life. I'm gonna make new ones one day, so yeah. I don't know. I I'm doing things and I'm now rambling about, so I think I might just end the video, and I hope it has been entertaining for you, and I also hope that you as a potential viewer are looking forward to my next video, which I actually don't know when will be. It could be tomorrow, it could be in a few days, a week or more, I don't know. But yeah, like, do your best, and I actually want uh, to make some kind of uh, group, perhaps on Facebook or Discord, I don't know, uh, where you could invite your friends and we can share pictures, and we could also use the international groups already on Facebook to share pictures and tell stories and so on. I kind of want a more intimate one, and yeah. Yeah, also, I hope you're staying safe, healthy, and having a great time. So, bye!